So you just asked me. I mean,
Yes, I had a question.
see, when you say to me, can I repeat
Yes, can you
something?
repeat?
I cannot.
You cannot repeat.
No.
Because it's been passed.
If you ask me the same question
Yes.
again, I will, probably
Yeah.
give you a different answer.
Okay.
Because what I say at the moment is spontaneous, and I don't know what I'm going to say, and so if you ask me to repeat or to answer the same question again, I will probably give you a different answer.
Yes.
Huh? So what was the question?
The question is, what is since we are not looking for past, not looking for future, and staying the moment, living at the moment, and we practice at first. We recognize this nature state of mind is non-abiding, is empty. But how do you, since it's like that, and what is the state? Since there is nothing to grasp, then what is the state of the enlightenment being?
It is
Since
simply.
things are empty, then what's the catch? For them to look for, there is nothing to grasp.
People often say to me that you see, as I said before, there's nothing to criticize. So if for instance, let me get to it like this: if a person wants to find a religion, they can have a religion. If they want to find a path, they can have a path. If they want a method, they can have a method. If you want to do rituals, you can do rituals. There's nothing wrong with that. So do whatever you want to do and be happy, but do no harm to anyone else. Huh? And so, there's nothing to be condemned about, nothing to criticize. So what is, and I say to people, what I say to you is essentially not going to help you very much. It's for pure entertainment purposes only, and then people get disappointed and they say, well, what is the point of me being here with you? Well, there is no point. Huh? And so whatever you do, you see, this clear seeing, this awareness can happen no matter what you do. So I'm not saying to you that whatever you do will prevent you from becoming aware, will prevent you from realizing, clear seeing or knowing. It will not. But it will not help you either. So when it actually happens to you, as I said before, it's like falling down on the street. When it happens, you'll discover that it was nothing to do with what you did, because there's no you there to do anything. Huh? It will just happen. So when you say to me, what's the point of me being here? There's no point, but you are here. So now, make an inquiry if you like. Why am I here? How did I get here? Why did I come? Did I make my own decision? Or was it spontaneous? Have I been brought here? These are the inquiries you need to make. All I'm saying is that nothing I can say, nothing I will do can help you. And you can do everything that I tell you to do. And, it's not going to be of any use to you at all. But suddenly, maybe the gaps between the words that I speak, maybe one word, maybe one gesture will suddenly do it, and everything will drop. I don't know. You don't know. And so, what I am doing here is simply have a conversation, and it's for, entertainment purposes only. You have to answer the question for yourself. Why are you here? How did you get here? Huh?
I'm here because there's no because, but simply just wanting to know about the state of keeping awareness and how much I need to get into it by keeping awareness, the stillness. How do I reach there? Stillness.
So why
without having a path.
Why did you have to move your physical body from there to here in order to discover that?
Because I want to attend to want someone who has been
Okay,
there.
that's fine.
Yes.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
You
Because
know?
without knowing, I have firm belief of this pathless path. Even Buddha has said so in the Dhammaka Sutra. But I could not. I have tried many methods, and I'm not interested.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I haven't reached anywhere.
Yeah.
And I realized dropping it
Uh-huh.
and were put in this state of looking at it, but somehow I feel something's missing there. I need a firm confirmation. I need somebody who has done it, went through the path, and just be near to a teacher who has done it,
Okay.
who
okay.
has gone through it.
Okay, but what you must remember is that this truth, this understanding, really cannot be communicated. So it's good that you're sitting here listening to me and talking to me, but you could just as easily be sitting talking to the wall. And the same thing would happen to you. You would come, or not, to an understanding. I am just nothing. So it's good that we're relating together like this. But truth, the understanding, clear seeing, knowing, cannot be communicated. So we can talk and we can share stories, and you can be interested in, in my process, but my process will not be your process. And so you could have stayed at home and done the same thing.
Yes, but I do not know what is the state. Because people come so far to a store.
I know.
They want something back.
That's right.
And if you're telling them there's nothing you can have
and
from
that is
store.
and that is part of the dream, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
That is part of this dream world, and there's nothing wrong with that. You can come and see me every day. You can come 5,000 miles and talk to me, and there's nothing wrong with that. Huh? But if you were to ask me, I have to tell you that doing that will not in itself contribute to your awareness. Now, on the other hand, it might, because anything might. So in that sense, you are right to come, because I do not know that, one word that I say, or you coming through the door or going out of the door, suddenly it all falls away. But it's nothing to do with a me here, because there is no me here to do anything for you, and there is no you there to do anything about it.
Yes. Many people have reached this kind of intellectual understanding, but it remains intellectual.
Mm-hmm.
When they talk about still within the frame of mind.
Yeah.
And from mind leading to another mind concept, they could not realize this. It steps continuously in this intellectual understanding. So I feel the only way is to attend to someone who has gone through it, and also be inspired how that state could be. So I would like to ask Rinpoche, what is that feeling of being that enlightenment state? So they know, since there is a pathless path, but still something can inspire them to move forward on this pathless path.
Yeah. There is no, I would say from my point of view, remembering what I said before, that I have to use these words like I and me and myself, and they are meaningless because there is no I or me or myself here. But I would say to you that, in this whatever state that you feel that I may be in, and I do not feel that I'm in any kind of state at all, that there are no feelings as such. It is simply, I would say, bliss, peace, and joy, and all that pure awareness is. You see, I like to think of, pure awareness, or pure consciousness, if you like, as love, as everything that is around in this dream world is a product of love. It's made of love. Everything is made of love. So when I look into your eyes, I see my eyes looking back at me. Because there's no separation. There's no you and me. This is a fiction that we discuss, that we talk about, that we laugh about. There is no you and me. There is a fiction of you and me, of objects, of events. They do not exist in their own right. You might think of, the ocean and the waves, and you might decide that the waves are in themselves individual and somehow separate from the ocean. They are not. And so you see other people and you see objects and you experience events and you feel somehow identified with them and you feel somehow that they are somehow separate from pure consciousness. Well, that would mean that there are people and there are objects and there are events and there is pure consciousness. Well, that's ridiculous. There is only ever a pure consciousness. And all of these things that you believe, that you see, arise in that. So it's not that your mind is creating these things. It's not that pure consciousness is creating these things. So you see, there are things happening, but nothing is doing them. They are simply arising in pure consciousness. And in that sense, they are a dream world. They are expressions of, and yet they are one with pure consciousness. All there is pure consciousness and nothing else. No you, no me, no objects, no events, nothing. And so we are, in that sense, living in a dream world. But let me tell you something really kind of secret. The dream world is reality. There isn't two things. There isn't illusion and reality. It is the one thing. And so this is why I say, at the end of the day, you have to see that there is only one. There is not two. And see, with our language, which is dualistic, we often talk about two things. There is this and there is that, and there isn't. There is only this. There is no there. There is only here. And this is what is. There is only what is, and there is nothing else. And so, there is no me, and no you, and no objects, and no events, and yet they arise like waves arise in the ocean. There is only the ocean. Whether waves appear or not is pointless because it is just the ocean. Okay, that's enough on that.